Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is pretty simple on this part, this first part. I just need a crown for a Prince centerpiece. It's a name. On Design Space, we click on Images. We type in what we're looking for. It's a crown. I'm going to select this crown. Once you select the image you'll be using, you go ahead and insert images. On this side of the canvas, what I'm going to do is size my image, which I unlocked. The width is 2.5 and the height is 2.5. We go ahead and lock it. We go to the right hand side, ungroup my image because I'll be deleting the parts I won't be using. Right hand side, we click on the eye, unclick, X, go back, the ones where it's clicked. Unclick the eye and X, unclick and X. Once we're done, we go ahead and group our image. We're not done. And we X. Now we go ahead and it's grouped. Okay. I don't want my crown to be two parts. I just want one piece. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the image, and on the bottom of your screen, you go ahead and click on weld. Welding your image will become just one. If you notice right here on your right hand side, you'll see it only says cut. Let's just go back. I'm just going to go ahead and click on undo so you'll be able to see it again. Right here, before I welded my image, you see two pieces, cut and cut. Highlight the image or click on the image, go on the bottom of the screen and click on weld. This is an SVG, a welded image, an SVG, which means you load your colored cardstock or glittered cardstock to your machine. The machine will cut this image on your cardstock. If that happens, I just clicked on something else. Just click on cancel and it'll take you back to your canvas. Now, like I was saying, this is an SVG. It will cut this image on whatever cardstock you load. If it would have been a print and cut, then you will print it on your printer, then load it to your machine. Machine will recognize what it's cutting and it'll just cut the print. Now, once we're done here, we go ahead and click on make it. I only need one, and it's one side because it's going on top of a letter. So this is basically it right here. You can change your material size, meaning your cardstock size. We don't need mirror. We're not going to use that. Project copies, it's only one. We go ahead and click on continue. On this side, you will choose the machine you'll be working with. And let me select the maker. Okay, there we go. Now I'm using 65-pound glittered cardstock. It's a pretty heavy cardstock. Even though it's 65, it's pretty heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on poster board. I clicked on poster board. And you press the flash and go button. Finish cutting, I'll see you back at the table so we can start assembling the centerpiece. Okay, we're back at the table. First project, I'm going to put the camera up, was this centerpiece. I made 7 of these centerpieces and they are double-sided. I have another video with a different centerpiece which you can just change the colors. That's our first. That's done. I will place the link in the description for the video for those centerpieces. And I have my 6-inch letters, wood letters, and the name is Jameer. I will be using them on a base, on a 3x4 base. I already painted the base gold, and the top will be glittered. I drilled the hole in order for me to stand the letter on the base. These are not standalone letters. Customer decided to have small letters. And for the name, I cut out, I have the crown. I have chain. It's like maybe 2-3 inches of chain. And I have this bling dots, which will be used as if they were buttons, because I don't have gold buttons, so I use this bling. And I also have gold bling to go around the letters. I have my drill, which will be to drill holes on the letters in order for us to attach them to the base. I have 12-inch dowel rods, which is 3/16 diameter, so it will match the bit in order for you to make the hole. We have blue, dark blue paint. We have the gold paint, which was for the bases, and we're also going to use them on the letter. We have the glitter, and we have the Mod Podge. There's a design that goes on the letter that I'll be cutting on my embossing cutting die machine, because on my Cricut machine, it's so intricate. The cut is so intricate and so fine that the machine, it keeps messing it up even if I change my blade, my mat. It's one of those projects that you require an additional machine. So I decided to make it on my Anna Griffin embossing die cut machine. And I have just a piece of glittered cardstock. The back is white. It's thin. It's not that heavy of a cardstock. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 45-pound glittered cardstock. And I'll be using, well, I have my brush here, my paint brushes. Let's start real quick. Let's grab our letters. What I'm going to do is drill the hole on each of the letters, and I'll be right back. Before you drill the hole, this is a pre-drilled base. I'm just going to go ahead and you can measure it, and it'll be good. Okay, we have our first hole. What I'm going to do, just continue. And let's take this one. Some of these will require 2 holes, so I need to change my base. Or I can just make the holes. This hole does not matter because it will be glittered. You won't notice that hole. So just put them at the end of each base. I'll do that in a minute. Okay, once you finish drilling that hole, take your dowel rod and just go ahead and insert the dowel rod, and there you go. What I do is usually I'll just leave it inserted and take my clippers and I'll just clip a small piece out of there. Okay, let's leave it in, let's leave it aside. And let's do the other one. I can't hold it like that, so I wanted you guys to see, but it's pretty simple. Just hold it, be careful, right in the middle, and start drilling. That one's done. I decided to make it a little bit in the middle. And we just push it in and cut. You can try it on your base so you'll know. Okay, now we're done with the letters. They're right here on the base. I have to add another hole right here, but just for you guys to see, we have all the letters on here. Now, next, I'm going to finish drilling the second hole on the R, which I missed. I'm going to paint the letters. Where's the R? I'm going to paint the letters and add, I'm sorry guys, I forgot the blue glitter, which I'm going to get right now. Okay, here we go. The royal blue glitter. I'm gonna have to set this aside. Get my painting. So I'll paint them right here. Then I'm gonna set them aside to dry so we can do the embellishments. The dowel rod, we're just gonna go ahead and add some glue, let it dry. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and start in painting. You can do E6000 or the wood glue, but wood glue takes approximately like 24 hours to dry. So I use this one from the dollar store that I got, and it works pretty good for me because the wood glue, it expands, and then you have to be scraping it off. So this one would be, I use this one, it's better. Works better for me. Just leave it there to dry. Okay, now that all the letters are dried, made them back and the front, but two of the letters, what I did was I painted the top part royal blue, and then the bottom I will add glitter. First the Mod Podge, then the gold glitter, let it dry, and then the second coat of Mod Podge. It will be looking like this. Then once it dries completely, we're going to start embellishing them. Let's go ahead real quick. With a thin brush is just the front part. Okay, once that's done, go ahead and sprinkle the glitter. Okay, let's set those aside to dry. I already added the second coat of the Mod Podge. Let's go ahead. I decided not to use the royal blue glitter. Instead, I used the gold because since the letters are royal blue, I didn't want it, you know, to look. I wanted to make a have it a different color. I need my embellishments for my letters. I have my crown. I'm going to take out two of these button-like gems. They look like buttons. I have two of these. I have my chain. And then for the other letter, I need a bow, which we're going to make on the embossing machine, embossing die cut machine. And then after the bow, we have this little, it looks like a little swirl. So let's go ahead and get the machine up here. Okay, I have the machine. Let me just put it right here so you guys can see it. Okay. And you feed the machine this way and you retrieve it on the other side. You will need, for die cut, you'll need the A plate, two of the A plates. You will need the magnetic mat. And you will need your die cuts, which I have in this folder. I have all my die cuts here. I bought sheets of magnet. I bought magnet sheets, I'm sorry, at Lowe's. Lowe's or Home Depot would sell them. And I just, since it's metal, you just place it here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use this bow right here. Yeah, oh, I forgot the other one for the other letter. Which are these two. Because I want a design going down the letter, and then this maybe put it in the middle, or maybe just use this one. I don't know. I'm just going to cut all these just in case I use them. And what else? That was it for the letters. And that's it. Let me put that, set that aside, and set this here. This machine is electric, so I already have it plugged in. We just go ahead and turn it on. Okay, let's go ahead and start. You take one of the A plates, the metal. Let me get the bow. Where's the other one? I have it here somewhere. I think I put my machine on it. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, right, let's set it right here. Okay, great. The magnet, this magnetic sheet is for it not to be moving around. So go ahead and just place it right here for it not to move around. You get your A plate, place it here, and then you get your material, which is the glittered cardstock, and the material will be facing down. The die cut is facing up, material will be facing down. The other A plate on top, if it moves, just twist it a little bit, arrange it back like a sandwich. Take it, you feed it to your machine, and you click on run. And you just pick it up at the other side of the machine. And once you're done, remove the plates. Right here, you have one. I clicked on it by mistake. Set it aside. Okay, we have one. We have the second one. Okay, we have the A plate. We have the magnetic mat. We place face up the die cut, and in order for it to cut the edge, you have to place this other part that comes with the die. And let's see if this fits. Have to put it facing down. Okay, it fits, and then we put the other A plate on top, and we feed the machine. Let's see what happens now. Now we have it. Okay, there we go. That was what I needed. But since it was not touching at the end, I'll just go and snip it with the scissors a little bit right in this corner. But see, it is good to go. I'll snip it a little bit on the corner. Give it that little round edge that we need. And there you go. What I'm going to do is start taking out these bits and pieces. There you go. Put that aside. I'm going to clean all this. For the first letter, it has the crown on the top, and then it has, I'm going to put the bow right here, which will be this bow right here, this small bow. So first what we do with the bow is we're going to take in the ends and bring them in the middle. Have the front part of the bow. I'm just going to make these sides right here. So for this one, what I'm going to do is glue it right in the middle. And then you're supposed to go ahead and take this part and swing it around, but I can't swing it to the front because it's white. So I'm just going to go ahead and swing it through the back. That way the front will be all gold instead of having that white. Okay, you press it down, press that glue, and your bow is done. Right there. Cute little bow. Now, I'm going to take my knife and clean it up a little bit on the side because some of the glue came out. If I would have been on my machine, don't get me wrong, I love my Cricut and Silhouette machine, I would have been putting in the mat, cutting it out, putting it back in. So that machine, that die cut machine is really good, the embossing machine. Plus, with your Cricut machine or Silhouette, it's almost impossible to get a cut like this. Almost impossible. It can be done, but you need patience because I have tried it before. Or even this one. It's really, you cannot get an intricate cut like this on Cricut or Silhouette. I have tried it. I have changed mats. I have changed blades. I do get the cut. Don't get me wrong. It does cut. But sometimes on these edges and the inside, it just makes a bad cut and then it doesn't look uniform. It doesn't look right. Okay, so I'm thinking placing the bowl right here in the middle. See if you guys can see it. And then taking the crown and just putting it right here, which looks fabulous. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add glue in the bottom of the crown. And just place it on the top of that letter and press down. And you have your crown, and then let's go ahead and place the bow right in the middle. You're almost at the bottom, and you place your bow right there. Okay, there you go. That's your first letter. Let me take one of my bases. I'm trying to get the base for the J. Okay. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay. Now the second letter is the A. With the A, I'm going to add bling. Okay, for the bling, I'll just go ahead and measure from top to bottom and just cut where it might end. I can't cut it with the scissors. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it with the knife. I'm going to cut the same exact one for the other side. Okay, I'm done with the letter A. I just glued on the bling all over, and we can set that aside. Next letter will be the M. We have the top part with glitter, and then I added the second coat of the Mod Podge. It's already dry. And we're going to make again the bow. I didn't make the second bow. I decided to put a bow here, and then I'm going to put 2 bling right in the bottom. Apply the glue right here, right on the top. A generous amount of glue. And then we're going to add the bling right underneath. You just need 2 small pieces of the bling. And let me grab my handy dandy tool, my wax pencil. And we're going to go ahead and apply a little bit of glue. And we place it on the letter. Okay, I'm done with the M. We're going to go ahead and take the next letter, which is the E. And I'm placing this one right on the side. Now we're done with the E. Next letter will be the R. Maybe I'll just add some bling across. Let me see if that looks good. I glued on the bling right on the top. We're done with this one. We go ahead and take the last letter, which is the E. And this one I'm going to add the chain. Okay, I glued on the chain. I'm just going to go ahead and glue on the bling right on top of that chain, the corner of the chain. Okay, we're done with the letter E. We're just going to go ahead and mount them on the base. Let's go ahead and get the first one, which is the J. Just press it. Okay, that's the name Centerpiece, which is Jameer. Thank you for watching. I pray everyone have a blessed day. And as usual, happy crafting.